land, or maybe we can hit, some of our 1 and 2 drops, which, there is a plenty. Alright, well, we hit the land. I think I'm just going to go ahead and play this one. Really like this art. Always have. Oh, so some kind of mirror match. Unfortunately, in the mirror matches, from my understanding, it's basically which player hits the appeal to authorities, and that's close to all that's mattered in the games that I've played. I don't think I want that. It's still like 2 turns away. I don't think I want that either. Now, I'm not saying that to be fact. I'm just saying in the games I've played, it's felt like that's a pretty normal thing to say. What do we sideboard into this match? I guess some baffling ends for Adorn Pouncers, but I don't think we would be bringing in much else. Potentially Brontodons. Probably not Brontodons. We're definitely casting this. I guess we're just going to go ahead and play the Everspear Harvester as well. This is a J-Light Ranger, wasn't going to attack, but like fixing my draws might have been worth it. I don't have double white, so that's a thing. That is a thing. I wonder if you can bring Carnage Tyrant in this match. It's like pretty good of appeal. Like they can't target it, but I guess them targeting things doesn't seem like it matters. They hit 2 lands. They hit 1 that cycles, so that's pretty good. Another one of these, which is pretty nice. So we get at minimum this next turn, but we might find an even better play. Alright, well, at minimum we get this. And we found 2 lands this time. So we'll play this one. Go on about our day. That was probably a mistake. No, that was fine. Because I'm almost assuredly playing this next turn, so having both deserts in play probably didn't do anything on that turn. Guess I shouldn't F6 here, because if they send enough things in to flip Legion's Landing, we would take the 3 block with the Harvester. So they cycled this and they played this. And we've showed them those. Oh, gonna appeal for a bunch. Well, that's 9. 9 lifelinky. So they've drawn to appeals, which means we probably lose. I don't think we can really block. Alright, well, let's start with a cycle. We're not blocking, so I guess we're attacking. If he's got 2 more pills to put on it, we're going to die either way. I guess we wouldn't have died either way, but... It would have gained 12, it would have been 15. Yeah, we wouldn't have died either way, but... Well, I guess we would have 18. And we would have been at 19. Yeah, so I guess we would have survived. That's fine though. I'm not willing to try to beat something like that. So we have to block now. So you can block 4 of our things. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 to equip. So we get to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. La da 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 da. I guess it's better to attack for 6 than it is to block for 3. I could be wrong. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4 things that can attack on the ground. Don't want to take damage from any of them. Also, don't really want to block with this, so I guess they can tap 4 of our things too, can't they? Whatever. Onward we go. He didn't gain his life on that last one. I don't know if he forgot or just didn't want it. Not sure which. Oh, drat. That's pretty good. Doesn't kill us though, unless he has an appeal. We have enough blockers for everything. Still have 5 blockers, even if he could play double appeal or whatever. Guess we're gonna have to block from now on. So he's gonna have 5 of these again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus a 6. So we're just not even close. Maybe I shouldn't have used this energy. Well, I had to use this energy, didn't I? Oh, look, that card's good. Let's start with this. Sky Sovereign. I guess I keep that. In a pretty bad spot, but so 5 blockers with 9 attackers, so 3 of those go away, so 6. So 12 plus 4, we can do 16 damage. That's not enough to win. Just gonna attack with this thing. Kinda hope he chump blocks here because it ties up Inferi a lot of his mana on the following turn. And at 16, we're getting a bit close to winning. That's disappointing. Well, that's just odd then. So they hit 2 lands, so we know. Oh well, they just had the 3rd appeal. All right, they hit 3 appeals. We hit 0 appeals. That's just sad, 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 sad. I think I'm gonna bring in these actually. The cast outs are like our only instant speed answer to an appeal. And then we have the Thrashing Brontodons as well. to potentially kill like some of this stuff, even though I don't think that stuff's particularly good in this match. I literally think it's just about building a board and having a pill. I'm even sideboarding some of mine out. I don't know, I guess these can just take over a game, right? Problem is, if I leave these in, I'm going to have to take out all 4 Jadelight Rangers. I don't think I want to take out all 4 Jadelight Rangers. Maybe I'll shave on one. Still feel like we just have to go wide and get to a pill. I don't think a lot of this other stuff matters. Like, while yes, it looks useful on the surface, I just don't think it matters. I think this is all that matters. Just being able to go wide plus this. I think everything else is just primarily cute. Well, so we're back in a spot where we have to hit a land in a couple turns. But worst case, the Legion's Landing will probably get us a land, even maybe at the cost of our board. You can do it, deck. You did not do it, deck. Flood out uncontrollably to not getting to cast our spells. Seems like a fair, fun game. Well, at least they hit 2 lands. That's actually really good for us. So hitting 2 lands puts us right back in this. Because now they have to trade. Well, I mean, they don't have to trade. They have to trade if they want to block. Not sure what of all of this is better. I think I'm going to go with the Everspear Harvester because it can attack. And it's a better blocker. But I'm not sold that that's correct. It probably is. It's probably pretty safely correct. So they played a Sun Petal Grove. Alright. We're just not blocking, so there's no reason to pretend we are. They must have just a bunch of appeals again, because you just don't play this card if you don't have a bunch of appeals. I guess I'm just going to take the damage. I don't think there's any reason to block. We don't want that. So we're both at 15, and I have a pretty robust set of blocks. Depending on what they have, there's a good chance we could just win this next turn. Alright, so let us do some thinking here. Definitely going to crew here. They can block with 3 things. So say they block this, this, and this. They'd at least be taking 8 on the ground. Yeah, that's probably good enough then. Yes. And they'd be tapped out here, so we're going to be able to block a maximum of 7 points of damage. Well, sorry, 8 points of damage. Anyway, they're taking 8 from this, and they're taking 7 from this, so they're taking 15 if my math's right. Yeah. Because he double blocked, he went to -2, but he would have been... So I think the Sky Sovereigns are a lot worse on the draw even than they were on the play. I think taking this card out might have been wrong. Kind of want this card if he left the Sky Sovereigns in though. Also want this card, which makes my sideboarding confusing. I don't think Red's being pushed out. I think Red's still one of the most popular decks. I think it's time for people just to play these wide aggressive decks like I've been telling them for 2 weeks to play. Like, I feel like these decks are really good versus all the blue-black decks and all the red decks. I just think they're kind of bad versus Grixis. They're kind of bad versus, like, green-red monsters. But, like, I feel like these decks are just good. I'm going to sideboard out 1 land on the draw. I think I'm going to just sideboard that out on the draw and say YOLO. Because I really just want all these cards. Yeah, so this hand's like really, really bad. But I don't think we can mulligan it. Hand got a little bit better. I think I'm going to start with this one. Actually, I'm just going to play this one because it can guaranteed block. 6% of the meta is still a pretty large number, and you got to keep in mind that the way MTGO or the way Modo releases deck lists now, they only release 1 a week, right? So if this is going to be a very large hyperbole example, but take for example the dailies between Thursday and Monday, because that's the 2 times that they release decks. Say that there was 1,000 dailies, and 950 of them were won by red deck wins that have had similar lists. They have to be 20 cards different, but say 950 of them were won by red deck wins, and then there was 30 of them won by blue-black, and then 20 just by individual decks like 1 monsters, 1 tokens, 1 approach, 1 drakes, etc., etc., etc. So if you keep that in mind, remember, there can only be 1 red deck wins posted in that time frame, other than like PPTQs. So like, all the numbers are going to get smaller. They're all going to even out, for the most part. Because they just can't post them. They only post... Besides PPTQs, there will only ever be 2 red decks wins posted a week in that little bit of a time frame. Because they changed how they release results. They don't release results daily. They release results for every large event, which is in standard terms just PPTQs, or sorry, just the PTQs. plus a dump on Monday and a dump on Thursday. So there's like very little chance for you to see standard decks with large percentages ever again. And if they are, there's going to be something massively wrong with the format. That's just something to keep in mind. I don't think our opponents should keep trying to push through these damages. I mean, obviously, if they have multiple appeals or whatever, that's fine, but... Yeah, but I mean, that's going to make all those percentages just absolutely dwindle. Like, those percentages are going to get so small under that system. I'm going to leave the cat back because A, I don't mind the block of the cat and let it die here, and B, it kind of keeps the servos at bay. But I'm not pretty happy just chump blocking with this. Or like letting it die to Skyboat. Pretty happy if either of those things happening. Don't want that. I guess we just want to play this thing then. So I feel like I'm massively ahead now. I just need to draw my first appeal. If I draw an appeal, I win. But I didn't draw an appeal in game 1, and currently I've not drawn an appeal in game 3, and that is literally the only card that matters in this match, in my opinion. As long as you get some mix of lands and spells, nothing matters other than that, I don't think. I don't even think that card's that good. We just win the second we draw a pill. And if we don't draw a pill, we just lose. It's a good argument that I could have attacked with my Jade Light Ranger last turn. Might have to put enough things in front of Carnage Tyrant to try to kill it at this point. Though I'm probably not going to. I'm probably just going to take the top of my deck and see if we get there. So what 2 cards did they see? It's weird. It is, but it still doesn't beat the red decks that are around, and like the blue-black decks most people think beats the blue-white. Maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe they don't, or maybe they do. I have no idea. Alright, so opponent now has no cards in hand. And it's whichever one of us draws a pill first wins, I think. I'm going to double check the math before we do any attacking or anything, but I'm pretty sure I've just won. So I pump this thing's going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it has to just be lethal because it attacks for 20. Was 22. It gets plus 10. So they have 14, 20. So they have to block this with a bunch. Okay, I just attack with everything. I'm not sure. I don't want to do the math yet. I guess I can attack with everything. I have vigilance regardless. I think that's pretty close to dead. So they have 14, 20, and then they have to block it with 3 more. Yeah, they're just dead. Hey Alex, how did your events go? No, I agree with you, Dan, but like all of the quote unquote best players, like Brad and all of them, all just say I'm wrong. But yeah, I agree with you guys. I'm curious how you and Buttons did at your event, though. No matter what here, even if they survived or ruined. I prefer the green-white decks. I think the appeals give you a lot of approach, or a lot of game in like weird situations. Like the City's Blessings deck would have never won this match. It would have just been a loss. So like even if they survive this turn, they're just dead because they've lost everything, and I don't think they can survive the turn. Yeah, I'm right. They can't even survive the turn. Top 8, I lost because I literally forgot to cast Essence Scatter. I've done that before. Man, that sucks. What about old Buttons? Yeah, but it's really hard to go off personal results because, like, well, like say, this is just a hypothetical, but say my friend goes to the local store and he crushes a bunch of locals with blue-black, right? Like, it doesn't necessarily mean that his blue-black deck was good, it just meant that he played better than the people he was playing versus. And when I make a comment about what deck beats what deck, I'm trying to like take into account equal play skill and things of that nature, like equal play skill, non-variance, etc., etc. And I just don't know. I don't know how reasonable it is for any of us to get a large enough sample size to do that. So I think when it comes to like things like that, that you very well can easily just go by what the top 10 pros or whatever say. Because they're the ones that have played several hundred matches versus people of equal skill. For example, like my paper, like when you go to that little thing that PV posted where you can like look up your paper rating or paper percentages or whatever, my lifetime paper percentage with like 1,000 matches played is something, or like 2,000 matches played is something like 75%. But it's like, I'm playing versus weaker players. I would never be 75% versus like a Grand Prix field or even a PPTQ field. So like, I think where you play and who you're playing versus has an extremely big percentage on what beats what. And like, that's why I tend to like think that you can kind of like trust the results from like people like that more, because they're the people that are, building the decks. They know how to play the decks, etc. Well, every deck's like that, right? But if we're talking about the best deck in the format, like it has to be able to beat mono red and it has to be able to beat other blue black decks. You can't ignore one or the other of those. You have to be able to be good versus both of them. I don't think we're just dead. I guess we're just dead if he has a blossoming defense. Probably just dead anyway because our hand's like kind of slow. This is your worst match, by the way. It's what he beat in the finals of the PPTQ, but like this is still your worst match. It's your worst match by a fair amount. It's almost impossible to beat Walking Ballista decks, and like we have to sideboard in cards as bad as Solemnity here. Yeah, I mean, this is the Walking Ballista, and the game's just over. Like, we don't have to play anymore. The game is like physically over. We cannot win now. Yeah, the blue-black decks are popular, but it's not the only things in the field. I think I'm supposed to just bring in all of this. I think the snakes and stuff are just so powerful versus you that you don't really have much of a control. I don't think things like this are particularly good in this match. Maybe I'm bringing in too many cards because I can't see anything else that I want to take out. Is taking out this, bringing in this just wrong maybe? They could have Gonti, I guess. Yeah, screw it. They may have Gonti. I'm not going to bring in the Brontodons either, I don't think. Good versus Hadana's Climb, but we already have Solemnity and Cast Out for Hadana's Climb. This area. I personally like all the blue-white decks versus the blue-black decks as well. I'm just saying, like, maybe I don't know. I kind of want to keep this hand. We have enough green sources. We've got a cycle plus a draw step. And we have Solemnity, which is probably our best card in this match, so I think I'm willing to gamble with it. I don't know why I'm waiting till my end step. I can just do this so we can press F6. I think Solemnity is so important in this match that we have to keep kind of like weakish hands and hope. And this is obviously on the, like, probably the low ends to keep. Like, you're never happy to keep this hand, but feels like it's good enough to keep. I don't know, maybe it wasn't good enough to keep. Red Rovers, send us a forest. We have a lot of forests, though. Like, we have an expanse, we have 4 groves, we have 4 petals, we have, you know, the oases and stuff. Aha! We have did things. We have not did many things. Woo! Oh yeah. By the way, I possibly should have sideboarded out all of this stuff. Like, maybe J-Light Rangers and stuff aren't good enough, but like they still like fix the mana. Check out our sweet Nombo. Uh, get out of here. Alright, well I'm just going to play double spell because they can start blocking. Yep, that one will go to the graveyard. That's definitely not going particularly well for us. I guess we're blocking this one? Oh, why'd I press F6? I got banned from stream chats today for posting an approved Twitch emote. That's hilarious. Which emote was it and who'd you get banned from? Whose is that? Yeah, I can see why people would ban that. I kind of want to bring this back, but I don't think it does anything right now. I guess it's better than alternative, but he's going to have some kind of answer here. Just in case he doesn't, it seems like it's the better play. Problem is, this kind of like locks us in on one spell a turn for multiple turns. Alright, well you got me, opponent. So I block here, I take 4. If I block here, I take 4. So either way, I take 4. That'd be 5. Alright. He's got double blossoming defense, we're just dead. If he's only got 1, we're not. Sure. Well, he didn't have double, so we're not dead. Oh, cool. We'd have died hours ago if we didn't have the solemnity, though, so we don't have to be too worried. What's Skyship do here? Does nothing. Force also kind of does nothing. So we're like double blocking next turn, hoping he doesn't have anything. He could just have like a bunch of winding restrictors in hand. How sweet would that be? Hadana's Climb does nothing. He's got like a lot of cards that do nothing. Oh god, he didn't attack for a turn. Are we doing it? No. No, we're not. I don't want you. Alright, well we have a bunch of stuff in play. We can attack for 15. If the opponent has nothing. If he's attacking, he had to either draw a Vraska's Contempt or a Blossoming Defense. So I'm going to put 6 powers in front of it. I think it'd have Fatal Push, so I'll put this 6 power in front of it instead. Oh, never mind. He just didn't. What in the world is this thing? It's a Scarab God. Oh god, they sideboarded in Scarab Gods? We have no answer to a Scarab God. We have no out to a Scarab God. Have no answer and no out. This is what I call just dead. Whose channel was it? I don't know who that is. We should just die during his upkeep. Should be able to just buy 2 things back and us take 3. We might have had a chance this game had we just drawn green. Wow, he didn't kill us. He didn't kill us. I mean, we're dead. We can just scoop, but he didn't kill us. But anyway, like I said, I think that's the worst matchup for this deck. The only other bad matchups are like the sweeper matches, in my opinion, but I don't know. Oh, we have to mulligan again. Snap keep. I'm going to keep that too. Well, I don't think it's that many bad matches. Like, there's not The blue-white approach, blue-white Drake, and gifts don't get played too much. So it's really just Sultai Snake? Out of, like, popular decks? The mirrors are miserable, though. The mirrors are incredibly miserable because it's just who draws a pill wins. Assuming that they have a mix of lands and spells. What lands and spells they have are almost irrelevant. As long as they just have some. I still have no idea who this person is. I'm actually just going to keep that. I have double ranger to try to find our next land. I don't know if you said it anywhere. I have a feeling if somebody reported that, though, that like they would take it down. A British streamer. Well, that's just not helpful. I don't think it's bad with. I don't think it's that bad versus decks with removal because you go so wide. Like if they're spending one removal spell on like half your card, I don't think you really care about that. Just wanna, dude. Right, whatever. I'm just pressing F6. I think I'm gonna put that one in the graveyard now. Gotta start finding an appeal now. What game do they stream, Tacos? So this match can be problematic depending on how many sweepers they run in their deck. Some of these builds run a lot, some run none. It all depends on that bit of information on how good or bad this is. But long story short is we're basically looking for an Adorn Pouncer and an appeal. Or we're hoping just to do things with our flyers. Let's just attack here. Don't care if they double block. They double block, it makes it harder for them to like play an anointed next turn. I think I want to play this one because, like I said, we're kind of looking for something specific at the moment. Don't want you. Didn't really want you either, but that's fine. If they're sacking one of those, it's probably bad for us. No, we're not done for approach. We try to play approach once a week. But we don't play it every day because like a lot of people get bored of it. I still think it's okay in the format. I think Drake's is a little better right now, but pretty comfortable playing either of them. I'm not a good enough player to play Drake's, but that's a completely different, irrelevant part of the story. That's just weird. So they didn't sack anything. So what does that mean? Means I'm attacking with at least enough things to get 3? I'm not going to attack with everything because I guess they're representing Settle. I'm not really sure what they're representing. Overwatch. Okay, cool. Don't tell your wife. Oh, nope, I guess it was a cast out, but it was good that we saved the Sky Sovereign then. It's kind of weird that he left up a mana, though. Blue-black mid-range for my first Friday Night Magic. Nice, man. Nice. Yeah, Friday Night Magics are a blast. I highly recommend them. Guess we're going to play this thing then. And I'm not going to add a creature to the board. I'm just going to add this thing to the board and get rid of his dude, which makes Fumigate worse and stuff. Yeah, this is really weird. That's why I wanted to give it a try. Okay, so I guess their hand was just really bad and I was playing around things that I probably shouldn't have. Alright, so versus tokens, what are we doing? Watching IRLs. Alright. Well, my chat's apparently having a good conversation. I think we want these. I definitely don't want this card. I'm super unimpressed with Sacred Cat as a card in these decks. Like, I find myself sideboarding it out of almost all of these builds. Carnage Tyrant's a reasonable card, but I might be a bit too slow, and I expect them to be like loading up on some kind of like fumigate effects anyway. Servos and Legion's Landings probably aren't great as well. Just never attacking on turn 1, are we? Still think we're ever attacking on turn 2. Sorry, I said turn 1, but I mean, I don't think we're ever attacking on turn 2. I don't think we need that mana that much because we are a 25 land deck. I want everything that flies, so I want to keep all of the vehicles. Yeah, this hand's pretty good. I love the art on this card. Pretty happy with this hand. Ooh. Right on time, Tranquil Expanse. Odd card. That probably shouldn't be in my deck. I guess I'll play you. I don't really know. Neither of you actually mattered. I like that deck. I actually think that deck's pretty decent. I don't understand why it's got like Path of Discovery and a random Rishkar in it. It top 8'd the Moto PPT or PTQ, didn't it? It either top 8'd or top 16. I honestly like every one of these Sun Petal Grove decks. I feel like they're all pretty decent. Maybe I'm just crazy. I thought that deck was real hard for me to figure out how to sideboard with, though. I'm certainly keeping you. Casual smashing depending upon his hand. Did the Discovery or the Rishkar, were they particularly useful for you, or was I just sideboarding them out way too much? I feel like my opponent knows something I don't. You ever get that feeling that your opponent just knows something that you don't? Oh, you didn't play those cards. Good man. Good man. I kind of want to play this and this, but I don't want to just get fumigated. My opponent's not really did anything. We are just a go all in deck though, so. That's enough all in for me. Still have enough mana to like play servo and appeal on the following turn? And use the appeal? Oh, sweet. Well, everything worked out fine. I was scared for a second. I was scared for a second. I kill you. Alright. Onward. Can accelerate out an angel, but yeah. I could have. Definitely keeping this hand. It's another pretty good hand. We've got double green already, so we just kind of have to get a land in the first 2 turns. I felt like we could rebuild. Like, even if he did have Fumigate and we just, like, bought back our cat as a 4/4 and then played Servo to turn after that, like, we're still probably lethal. Was what I was thinking. I recognize this guy's name. I play him a lot. Think he typically plays blue-black decks, but I don't know. That's not a blue-black deck at all. So I am what they refer to as just wrong. Hey, you attack for more. Have fun, Servo. Is this another tokens opponent? Nope, this is a Vampir's opponent. I feel like this match is pretty good for us too. Sure, I'm gonna attack. Came close to not attacking there, but wonder if he's like aggro vamps or like Queen's Decree vamps. Okay, he's Queen's Decree vamps. Or Queen's Companion. I always call this damn thing Queen's Decree. Because I'm illiterate! Yay! To the graveyard you go. Really want to land. Thank you. I think if he just taps out for a 4-drop, he's probably dead. I'm too lazy to math. See, so we get 5, we'd be able to give this thing plus 10. So this thing would attack for 21. And he would be able to... that changes things. Now I want to land again. Or he could just tap both of us. Oh, he tapped both of his things? Is he just dead? Let's do the math. So you do 21. So, just dead. Got it. Whoops. I keep saying 21, but it's definitely 22. You can't do an odd number. You just literally can't do an odd number with this thing. So even if he blocks here and here, he's dead. If he blocks here and here, he's going to take 20 and go to 1, I guess? Oh, no, 21. Okay. I'm bad at math. Screw it. Wait, 19 plus 11 plus 1? Yeah. I like 19 plus 11 plus 1. 9 plus 11 plus 1. Yeah. They probably shouldn't have tapped out. They probably had to tap out. I can't do math. Don't you guys look at me like that. Stop it. Stop talking. I don't want to hear it. I just don't want a sideboard. I don't think Baffling End's good enough unless they're the aggressive build, and I don't think they were the aggressive build. I thought they were like the tokeny build. Maybe Carnage Tyrant's good versus the tokeny build. I don't think you're particularly good. I don't want you in the deck. I don't want you in the deck. Have decided. Just don't want you in the deck. I think I do want these things, though. Just don't want you guys in the deck either. You're never attacking, so... Actually, I do want the Legion's Landings in the deck. I just don't want them in the match this game, I don't think. Wonder if I should bring in the Cast Out. Nah. Kinda want to bring in Carnage. Double Strike basically means you double its power if it has Trample. So like when it has Double Strike plus Trample like that, where we had an 11-11, it was attacking for 22. So he threw 2 points of power in front of it, so it attacked for 20. Basically, the double strike just means that it deals damage during the first strike portion of the combat, and then during the normal portion of combat as well. So when you're fighting versus other first strike creatures, they can trade, but when you're fighting versus things like that, like you can slap them, then slap them again. So like say you had a 2/2 and they attacked with 4, you would deal 2 damage during the first strike, and then you'd slap them for 2 more during the non-first strike. If you had a 2/2 attacking their non-2/2, you just kill it like normal first strike. But the thing that gives that such power is, like you just said, it's the aftermath spell here, the Appeal and Authority, giving the Trample Damples. And yes, I said Trample Dample. I think this hand's reasonable. We don't have green mana yet, but like we're playing a 25 land deck. We have quite a few green sources. Like 14 or something. I think it's actually 15. Actually, technically not counted this build. We have 4, 8, 9. Oh, we have 16 in this build. Hot damn. The build we were playing the other night had 14, and the one before that had 15. This one's up to 16. But I think the hand's pretty good in general. Like, we have a whole bunch of things, and like, that's sweet. A whole bunch of things is always sweet. Whee! Hey! Right on time, our one of Legion landing. I'd probably block here. Just because there's like Radiance Destinies and stuff in this deck. I don't think... Okay, guess I'm not blocking. RIP. Would have enjoyed a land, but it's whatever. These are pretty sweet basics. Especially the swamps from this set. These were from, like, a previous set. I forget what set they were, but anyway, they look beautiful foil. I guess I'm just not blocking at this point. Because I want to flip my own Legion's Landing. Oh no, I don't have another one. That's very disappointing because I have to attack to flip my Legion's Landing as well. If he doesn't have a removal spell, we still have a chance. Especially if he doesn't block. Yeah, well, he's blocking. But we still have a chance, especially if he doesn't have a removal spell. Before. It's the next standard set that releases. Driven Despair and Appealing Authority? Rip. Alright, well, you did very well in that event, I'm going to imagine. Land? Still no land. Alright. Well, let's play you then. Probably just somebody from the printing company, or I think this particular one was like they sent the information to like some magazine or some website or something, and somebody was just like, yo, homie, check this out. Well, at some point we have to draw lands, presumably. I guess we don't have to. And the heart does want what it wants. I harvest you. I'm being attacked. What is this nonsense? I'll block this one, because for some reason I feel like our opponent again is just trying to get us. Could just be a fatal push type effect or something. To like get the harvester, but I don't care. Not that concerned about the harvester. That's a sun-crested mare. I am concerned about that. Alright. Looks like we're just dead then. So they're playing the sun-crested mare build. And that's a little different. Still want all of this crap, I think. I don't know if I want this anymore if they're playing that build. Definitely don't want Carnage Tyrants. I'll try a couple cast outs just in case. Alright, deck. There will be lands. So far we've only really lost to bad land draws. But not even bad land draws. It's been like amounts of lands. Yeah, I kind of expected that, but I also want to play around a potential Fumigate as well. I think I was dead even if I hadn't put the Effort Spear Harvester into that combat. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm still just dead there. Alright, well, we have to draw something this game. I think the hand's pretty good, though. Like, it's certainly a keep. By the way, hello, JJ. How are you today? Use your mom to trigger revolt. Well, that's just rude. I do not like the sideboard. Well, I guess I do. We have a bunch of things. Just gonna play this one because it can attack next turn. I forgot for a second that we had 4 Cerams and 4 Expeditions, so Duress is actually pretty smart here. Please, no fatal push. Ooh, no fatal push so far. That feels nice. Harvester? I think I'll keep a Harvester. Seven-ish. Alright, Murph's on the road tonight, boys. You don't want to send him down the wrong path. Murph's going to give it to you. It's not a bad one. Actually, kind of an interesting one, even. Just going to use this here. I don't really want to waste my appeal this early. And I want to get the Effort Spear Harvester onto the table. And flip the old Legion's Landing. I don't think we were lethal that turn, so if I did bad math, I did bad math. But I didn't do bad math. We would have done 3... Actually, I could have just been lethal. Maybe I'm bad at math. Well, that has to be good, right? I guess I'll put that in the graveyard. It's not very good here. Whoa. Hold up, homie. We'll crew with the one that can't block. Go ahead and give you first thingy. And slam you here. And then we'll go ahead and tap 2 lifelinkies. And then we're going to kill you. The opponent's just dead. They can block this thingy and go to 11 and then like 1 point of something else, but like this more than kills them. Alright, 3-1. Oh god, we're jumping right into the next queue. We're going to be done before the Cavs-Lakers game. We have 33 minutes before the Cavs-Lakers game. We're going to be done in time for the basketballs. Go ahead and play you. Maybe we'll get in that cheeky 1 point of damage on turn 2. Oh, we're versus a 4-0-2. We're trying to Dream Crush a chest. Trying to Dream Crush a chest. We lost to the Sultai Snake Climb deck, and I just do not think that's a beatable deck. Well, not consistently beatable. Obviously, anything in Magic's beatable. Just they attack pretty quickly. Don't know. I don't think I want that. They attack pretty quickly on the ground. They get really big pretty quick, and like we can't really interact with Hadana's Climb. But like the kicker is Winding Constrictor plus what do you call it? Winding Constrictor plus Walking Ballista. It's just not something that we can really deal with. Uh-oh. Please don't have it on turn 4. Please just don't have it on turn 4. That would be nice. Thank you. If you have it on turn 4, I'm in trouble. Especially since I didn't draw my Adorned Pouncer. Don't want that. Didn't want that either. Yeah, well, if they have it on turn 4, we're probably dead. Sweet, not turn 4. Still alive. Still playing Magic. Yeah. So if we tap these and attack for 1,000,000, we attack for 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 points of damage does not let us win. So, what is our next step then? I guess we could just pump one of these and do it. So, what's that? That's 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and they're at 21. Alright, so that also does not win. What does win? Nothing this turn, so... I kill you. And let's get us a big attack in then. So that's why math was wrong. We couldn't win that turn. So we'll have to see what goes on this turn. They chose to go ahead and flip as Kanto, which is kind of weird. Alright. So they're at 20. I assume we're dead? Potentially, but I'm not sure. Alright, let's do the math here. So I can crew you, and then we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah. Opponent's dead. In a number of ways. If my math's right. I assume my math's right. My math's generally right. Like, that's the one thing I typically do right. And my math says my opponent's taking a lot more than 20 this turn. So I'll go ahead and do this because I don't want to count, but I think my opponent's taking like 23 or something. 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yep, 23. I was right. Murph, you should write your speech about how I'm the greatest around and nobody's ever going to take me down. That's a good speech to write. I highly approve of it. Yeah, so I guess this is where I want these. Still don't want you. Hey George, what is up? Hope you're having a fun little day. Kind of don't think the Sky Sovereigns were particularly good here. I did not. The Cavs-Lakers game comes on at 9, so I started my stream right before the top 4. So I saw like Infect and 2 Storm decks, and I don't know what the 4th one was. So since you're asking me that question, I'm imagining Infect won. An informative speech with 3 sources. Well, you got 3 sources in chat. Oh, Ponza. But Ponza's such a bad deck. How did Ponza beat Infect or Storm? That guy was walking on water today. That blows my mind. We'll just shave a Sky Sovereign. I think I'm going to shave a land on the draw. That blows my mind. That deck's trash. Yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of this deck. And did nothing here for you. Which Storm player did he get paired versus, Caleb or the dude with the cool hat? I'm sorry, I don't know his name. He had like a sweet hat and he had Pyromancer's Ascension in his deck. I don't know which one of them won. I kind of want to sideboard out a land. If I sideboard out a land though, I kind of want to sideboard out all of these. I think this card's not particularly useful, and they have cast outs, but like, it was good that game. It's pretty good that game. Alright, whatever. I've decided. I mean, Blood Moon, don't get me wrong, Blood Moon's an obscenely good card and it does crazy amounts of work. I just don't think that deck ever wins that it basically doesn't turn to Blood Moon. Or opponents keep Sketchers or like some kind of weirdness, you know? I guess I'm going to play this. I kind of want to cycle it. I'm not saying that he wasn't good. I don't know the guy. I'm just saying I hadn't saw him before. I don't know. I mean, I know Caleb's not John Finkel, but like, you know, seems like he wins a pretty good amount. The other dude had a cool hat though. I know that. I would definitely wear that hat. I would look great with that hat. You guys should be jealous that you couldn't rock a hat like that. That's all I'm hearing. Super jealous that you couldn't rock a hat like that. I think these gifts decks are pretty good right now too. I've been getting paired versus a lot of these lately as well. Don't have it yet, but I'm saying you should be jealous that you couldn't look good wearing it. Only I can look great wearing it because I'm, you know, as previously stated, the best around. I kind of just want to sit behind a cast out the entire rest of the game, and that has to be wrong. Whatever. They have it, they have it. On the positive note is, even if they do have GPG next turn, like, we could win if we just draw an authority. Appeal an authority. That being said, if they have Fumigate next turn, we ain't happy. Alright, we still ain't happy, but we have outs to this. We have 2 draw steps to hit an authority, and we still probably win. Well, that's not an authority, so now we have the decision time. We could just cast out this, but that doesn't seem good enough. I think I'm just going to cycle this and see if we get there. We did not get there. I think we probably get another turn at it, depending on what they put in their graveyard. Red's tapered off a little bit for me. I'm only getting paired versus at about 1 in like 8 matches, give or take, right now. So I've not got paired versus it too much. They hit another angel. That one hurt. And they have cast out mana and stuff up as well. Yeah, well, I'm just going to press F6 and take whatever they hit me with. Probably going to get an attack for 14 and they go to 35, which means I probably can't win. Guess they could attack with this if they feel like it. You can do it, deck, one time. I'm pretty sure we're still just dead. I don't want to do the math, but I think we're still just dead. Hit a second one, right? Didn't hit a second one. Oh well. If we had a second one, this would become 25 and we would have been able to win. But since we didn't, we lose. We came close. I mean, we're still just dead. We came close, so if we'd hit a second appeal there, we probably do enough damage. So we do 50, his things get first strike, he would have took 14, 20. Nope, I guess he would have still been at 5. Yeah, we would have died either way. Wah, 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 wah. Come really close, though. That's actually kind of makes me feel kind of good. Maybe, do I want to land back on the draw or on the play? No, we took out the 5 drops. I don't think I want to land. Just going to run it back. Like, we would have won that game on the play, for example. Well, I guess we wouldn't have drawn the cards, but, I mean, I don't know. Alright, we'll keep this hand. It's good enough. I honestly don't think red's as bad versus the blue-black decks, as they say. Open to Chandra. It is a sign. It is a much powerful sign. What do we got here? Kinda want that. Doesn't do much, but I still kinda want it. Kinda need to draw like another Legion's Landing here. Off of this Scattered Groves. I don't care about my life total. Eh. Legion's Landing, please? That isn't everything I've ever wanted. Makes me feel better about servos. Yeah, no, your servos are it's not that bad right now, Brian, for sure. No, opponent, no, come on. We don't need more lands. Just need a spell. Why can't we have a simple little spell? Probably the champion now. No, it's not a champion. If they have a sweeper, we're just going to lose this game. I don't think we're going to be able to beat a sweeper with any draw. I mean, it's hard. Appeal is really the heck good. It's actually an encouraging draw, isn't it? Maybe we can beat a sweeper then. Kind of sucks to do this, but A, they might not have it. B, I get to play the Everspear Harvester anyway, so like we still get to keep playing. If they don't have anything, we will just win. They cycled a cast out, so that's probably very bad for me. Could just be dead, though, depending on what their hand is. They could be dead, not us. We ain't dead. We smashing. We styling and profiling. Feels like they don't have lands, too, which is like a good sign. Now they've tapped below. So what could they have with 3 mana and no blue that we have to worry about? They could have like impeccable timing or something, but other than that, they're just dead, right? I think we just won. I think we can actually win with just Everspear Harvester. If they cast anything else, we definitely just win. Okay. Well, okay, now they could have a negate, I guess. I guess we just win. Yeah, so they brought in the gate. So this attacks for 6. They block 2, so they're just dead then? Or is it better to use the dunes? So that would do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me make sure. So they block, and they're taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, well, we got a 4-1. Thank you very much, Mr. Johnson. Alright. I think we could have won. We could have won if we used the Oasis. We're in a spot there where we could have won if we used the Oasis or the Dunes. But alright, well they tried. These decks feel strong. I just really like these green-white decks. I think they've always felt pretty good. I think overall this deck feels a little bit better than this deck, but this deck's a little bit faster, so. The Skyship Sovereigns were kind of cool. We didn't get paired versus really any of the matches we wanted them in, and like they still seem fairly reasonable. I'm still not sure about the Sacred Cat. I'm pretty sure I would just rather have a 4th Legion's Landing, but like maybe it does something. We didn't get paired versus any aggressive decks. We got paired versus like one other combo deck, so like I could just be wrong. I have no idea. But long story short, I like these decks. They constantly do well for us. It feels like we at least cash every event. Yeah, I kind of feel bad about taking their 5-0, but like I don't know. I had to get my 8 chests, so it like evens out. Sorry about their trophy, but we had to get our 8 chests. Mathematically, this is even worse for Wizards too, because like we both get the plus 60 play points now, as opposed to the 1 extra chest. But I don't know. I like this deck. This deck felt pretty fine. I'm probably going to play it again. There's a good chance I play this deck tomorrow. I don't know. But as everybody knows, I have 12 minutes before my ball game, so I'm going to get out of here and probably get some ice cream. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Who is playing that I can host? Modern. Everybody's just playing Modern. More Modern. Alright, Standard with I got Boots playing Standard, and he has a guest with him. So I guess I'm going to host Boot. Nobody else is really playing anything. But yeah, gotta get the ice cream. Gotta reward myself. Job well done. Pat on the back, you know. Anyway, take care, everybody, and have a good day. And I'll be back probably earlier in the day tomorrow, because at 7 p.m. tomorrow night I have a tournament I have to play in. Poker tournament. So it'll probably be earlier in the day. It might even be like 1. It could be, I have no idea. I'd love to be able to tell you when I'll be on, but it literally could be anywhere between like 1 a.m. and like 4 p.m. I have no idea. Heck, it might even be 10 p.m. I might do it after my poker tournament. But anyway, take care, everybody. I'm going to jump off here. Thank you guys again for coming and watching.